started after I had spinal surgery in 2004. I did fairly well for about 6 or 7 weeks, and then everything went downhill, and I gradually developed this stinging, burning, elastic type feeling all down my back, down to basically to my feet at times. It can affect my abdomen as well, and I've been living with that ever since. I struggled in 2006. I struggled a lot because every person that I knew in the world was working except for me, and there I was. I got very depressed. I couldn't cope with the pain. It was getting worse, and I wasn't managing at all. And yeah, that was where I hit rock bottom, I think. If you've got to a point where you are self-managing fairly well, and 2007 was my turnaround year. That was the year I went to university, B, saw a psychologist who helped me to relax and see the pain in a different way. And I just saw everything differently. I coped better. I had the major distraction of doing a university course, which was huge. And I really enjoyed it, and I had something else to focus on. And I think that's really important, if you can find something different to focus on, especially if it's something you're quite passionate about. In my case, it led me into the world of pain, which is really quite strange, but it's worked for me, and it's worked very well. I still have all that same pain, but I've also got a very wonderful life along with it, which is amazing for me. I think that it's something that it's like any other chronic condition, such as diabetes or any one of those type of conditions. And some people have to live with things that are pretty bad from birth until death. And I think it's best viewed as that kind of thing and managed that way. There are courses you can take to learn to manage it. There are multidisciplinary programs run by pain clinics. And if you can learn to do that, and as I said before, get a focus on something different, then it's much better and it's a lot easier to cope with. But it is a chronic condition, and we haven't yet found a cure for it. However, having said that, there are some people who do recover and go on to not have pain again. So it isn't impossible, but the majority of people have to treat it as a chronic condition, an ongoing chronic condition. It's hard work. I'm not going to say it's easy. It is hard work, but it's like everything else. I think it becomes habit forming after a while, with both the ups and the downs. And once you've learned that you can manage it and still have a life, it seems to sort of get a lot easier as the years go by, but it's never totally easy, because you can get, especially with neuropathic pain, it's got a mind of its own, and it just can come right out the blue, and you can have a setback when you were not even expecting it. So you have to be prepared that you may have to manage differently for a few days. I say to people, if I didn't have chronic pain, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I'm on the International Association of Pain, Global Alliance of Pain Patient Advocates, and I've done the work in America and the US. I run 3 pain support groups here in Adelaide, and I've got an amazing group of facilitators who help me with all that, and I just really have a great life despite the pain.